Hey everyone, it's Ron Hughes. I was the 2014 president of the Kentucky Association of Realtors at that particular time. We have since become the Kentucky Realtors, but at that time it was KAR. And I had a great year. It was fun. It was easy, actually. We did a couple of things that particular year. That was the year that NAR elected to go to the core standards, which was going to be put into effect in the following year in 2015. Also, that particular year was the year that we got started on more education to improve the professionalism of not only realtors but licensees throughout the state.
Hello, I'm Donnie Roberts.
I'm John Davis. We're going to talk to you about the 1997 convention in Paducah, Kentucky.
And we were fortunate enough to have a Kentucky basketball coach, Rick Pitino, as our keynote speaker. And I was, with Ralph DiMartino and myself, were fortunate enough to spend the day with Coach Rick Pitino, who we liked back then because he was a Kentucky coach. And he wants to talk about the 97 convention because that's when we made the mistake of electing him or getting him in both being president.
Some people probably say that was one of the biggest mistakes that was made in the Kentucky Association of Realtors. But we had the 97 convention here in Paducah. It was very well attended as usual. And we found that, they enjoyed coming to Western Kentucky. And they always got the good hospitality. They got the barbecue. They got all these things that the city slickers up in Lexington and Louisville and Northern Kentucky weren't used to.
Do y'all remember the fun we all had at Barkley? Are we ever going back to Barkley?
Oh, that was the place where you brought your kids, you brought your grandkids.
The pool, the nights out there with
the pontoon,
the mayflies.
Didn't we have
music too?
right. The raccoons on your deck.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you remember Ann McDonald bringing beautiful tenderloins? Had cooked them. She was a consummate cook.
And
put them out on the back porch to thaw out, and the raccoon got one of them.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Those raccoons would walk across that roof and they'd get down in those trash cans and you walk by and they'd look at you.
At night you'd see
go on,
those
lady.
two lights.
Oh, my
their
kids
eyes.
were terrified.
You said, what in the world?
One year, there was an RPAC fundraiser, and everybody dressed up as somebody, and he was Cher. And we glued,
Charlie was Cher?
yes, he had a long wig, and we glued red fingernails on, and he wore high heels.
Oh, jeez.
And he had a skirt. I've got pictures at home.
But we took and went down to Cancun for a state convention. At that point, we were trying to go out of state every 4 or 5 years. And so we go to Cancun, and the minute we landed, we're getting off the bus, and all we see them taping up windows and all on the beach because a hurricane was coming. And 2 days later, they're moving us inward to the group that I was with went to a hotel, Fiesta Americana or something in downtown Cancun, and that's where we...
Across the street from the Hard Rock Cafe.
The Hard Rock, yeah. Yeah. I remember I had pictures of people. I had over 1,000 pictures that I sold or gave to them at whatever it would cost me of the Cancun hurricane. Pictures of people. The phone booths were like this. But yes, there used to be phone booths. Phone booths were like this, and the guys are out there like this trying to hold on to the telephone to make a phone call like they were calling someplace. And
250 people in a ballroom with no plumbing, which I will never forget.
well, we took our belts off.
Yeah, and that's where Mike Parker comes in.
And wrapped the doors
and held the doors, the water was coming in. We put towels underneath the doors. I can still see Mike Parker laying on the floor with his belt wrapped around the door knob, holding it.
We took turns.
Pulling it shut. We took turns. Went on all night.
I think this first 100 years has been just an absolute speedy trip through time. Only unimaginable what the next 100 years is going to look like. But I'm sure that the leadership that we have in the future is going to be able to handle that next 100 years.